Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined today, this morning?
Hare Krishna Mata Ji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindas Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji, for attending the call today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for all your wonderful services. Thank you so much for joining the call today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Susmita Mataji, all glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble praises to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Ghana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the assembled Vaishnavas in the call. Vasundhara Devi Dasi from Bangalore, India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vasundhara Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for attending the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce?
Hare Krishna Mataji. This is Joy Das from New York.
Hare
All
Krishna.
glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jai Das Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for attending the call. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce?
Your name, brother.
Okay, then we can do chanting.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Balavinda.
Hare Krishna, Balvrinda, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna.
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Mataji, there is lot of noise, Mataji, from your microphone. Too big, loud noise, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
That's why I'm keeping mute, Mataji. My computer is not good. Are we done with the introduction, Mataji? Everybody's done. Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shyam Gurudasi from Shawna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. You are looking so beautiful and background is so beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your services. Thank you so much for attending the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram.
Mataji, Prabhuji joined, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for informing.
Oh, Shushmita Mataji left the call. Oh, Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Pran Govind Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th Canto, 18th chapter, 47 verse. Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mother?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. I would like to sing that song. Let me see.
This morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can I have that song? Let's see.
Yes, Prabhuji. That has 20 verses, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mother Shema Gauri is asking.
Yeah, I have that verse, Prabhuji. I mean, that song with me. Shama Gauri Mataji shared with me. I'm sharing it on the screen.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus and Mothers. Welcome to this session of morning sadhana called Srimad Bhagavatam class. And I'm very grateful to be here with all of you. And I'm also very grateful to Srila Prabhupada and all his followers, including Bhakti Japa Sangha group organizer. They are wonderfully arranging this so nicely. Just 1 second, I have to grab the mridanga. Let's see. So this is about operation in the heart. How the sadhaka, you all are, we all are, join the Hare Krishna movement to get our heart operated so we can have all the contamination out. And Narottam Das Thakur so nicely put all the contamination in one song. And today's subject, it's all about envy, which is one of the root cause of this contamination. So hopefully we all can pay attention to this song and see the solution or medicine suggested by Narottam Das Thakur. Anna abhilasa chari Gena karma parihari kaya mane kari bhajana sadhu sangha Krishna seva na buji anna deva e bhakti parama karana mahajane je patha Tate ho anurata purava para koriya vichar sadhana smarana lila ihate na karo hela kaya mane koriya susham asat sangha ti sada Ego koro anagita karmi gani parihari dure kevala bhakata sangha prema bhakti rasaranga lila katha brajrasa pure Jogina Sikarmi Geni Anna Deva Puja Dhani Iha Loka Dure Parihari Dharma Karma Dukha Sukha Jeva Ke Anna Joga Chari Bhaja Giri Bharadhari Tirtha Jatra Parishrama Kevala Mane Brahma Sarva Siddhi Govinda Charana Sudrira Vishasha Kari Madamat Sarja Parihari Sadakara Ananna Bhajan Krishna Bhakti Anga Heri Krishna Bhakta Sangha Kari Sadhanita Sabana Kitana Archana Smarana Dhenana Bhakti Mahajana Hey Bhakti Paramakara Rishikeshe Govinda Seva Napujipa Deva Deva Etananda Bhakti Katha Arajata Upalambha Vishesha Shakali Dhamba Dekhite Lagiye Bharavedham Dehe Vaisheri Purana Jate ka Indriya Gana Keho Karo Badho Nahi Haya Sunile na sune Kano Janile na jane Prana ধরিতে না পারে নিশ্চয়। কাম ক্রোধ লোভ মোহ মদ মাৎসর্য দম্ভ সহ স্থানে স্থানে নিযুক্ত করিব, আনন্দ করি হৃদয় রিপু করি পরাজয়, অনায়াসে গোবিন্দ ভজিব। কৃষ্ণ সেবা কামার্পণ ক্রোধ ভক্ত দেশী জনে, লোভ সাধু সঙ্গে হরি কথা, মোহ ইষ্ট লাভ বিনে মদ কৃষ্ণ গুণ গানে, নিযুক্ত করিব যথাযথা। অন্যথা স্বতন্ত্র কাম অনর্থাদি যার ধাম, ভক্তি পথে সদা দেয় ভঙ্গ, কিবা সে করিতে পারে কাম ক্রোধ সাধকেরে, যদি হয় সাধু জানার সঙ্গ। ক্রোধবান করে কেবা ক্রোধতে সদা দিবা, লোভ মোহ এই তো পাথানা, ছয়রি পুষদা হীনা করিব মনের ঘৃণা, কৃষ্ণচন্দ্র করিয়া স্মরণ। আপনি পালিবে সব শুনিয়া গোবিন্দ রব, সিংহ রবে যেন করিধান, সকল বিপত্তি যাবে মহানন্দ সুখ পাবে, যার হয় একান্ত ভজন। না করিহ অসৎ চেষ্টা লাভ পূজা প্রতিষ্ঠাতা, সদা চিন্তা গোবিন্দ চরণ, সকল বিপত্তি যাবে মহানন্দ সুখ পাবে, প্রেম ভক্তি পরম কারণ। অসৎ ক্রিয়া কুটি নাটি চাও অন্ন পরিপাটি, অন্ন দেবে না করি হরতি, আপন আপন স্থানে প্রীতি সভায় থানে, ভক্তি পথে বিঘতি, আপন আপন পথ তাতে হব অনুরত, ইষ্ট দেব স্থানে লীলা গান, নৈষ্ঠিক ভজনে তোমার কহিল ভাই, হনুমান তাহাতে প্রমাণ। শ্রীনাথে জানকী নাথে চাঁদিক পরমাত্মে, তথাপি মম সর্বস্ব রাম কমল লোচন। দেবলোক পিতৃলোক পাইতার মহাসুখ, সাধু সাধু বলে অনুক্ষণ, যুগল ভজন যার প্রেমানন্দের ভাসে তার, তাহার Shanti Tribhuvan. Pritakaya Vasa Yoga Dukhamaya Vishay Bhoga Rajavasha Govinda Sevana Krishna Katha Krishna Nam Shata Shatarasha Dham Raja Jane Shanganukshana Sadaseva Abhilash Mane Gari Vishwa Sarvathai Vairani Ravaya Narottam Ase Bole Parilu Ashad Bole Paritrana Karama Ashaya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Hare Krishna, Prabhus and mothers. These are like lifetime medicine in one plate. And you're going to eat it all. And you'll get cured forever. But it's difficult because medicine doesn't taste good. Medicine always either bitter or whatever, not a prasadam taste. So this song is too long. Yes, it is too long. But hey, Narottam Das Thakur wrote it for who? He didn't need it. He's the eternal associate. It's for us. So Prabhus and mothers, can you gladly accept it? Then you will be eternally happy forever. So I would like to ask some of the devotees to read the translation, one translation at a time. If Prabhus and mothers can help me, I would appreciate that. Any question you have, it's all answered in this. So please pay attention.
Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada said Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11 Uttama Bhakti or unalloyed devotion unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna involves the rendering of devotional service in a way that is favorable to the Lord. This devotional service should be free from any extraneous motive and devoid of fruitive karma, impersonal jnana, and all other selfish desires.
You know, the whole definition of pure bhakti is in one sloka. Look at that. I mean, if you are technical, you'll say, wow, how did he put it everything in one? It's fascinating. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr.
Rejecting all other desires and dominating philosophical speculation and fruitive work in the company of the devotees. I will worship and serve Lord Krishna with my body and mind. I will not worship the demigods and demigoddesses. Devotional service is the reason for my life.
Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes,
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
Dr. Karpavalli Mataji, please go ahead.
Devotedly follow the path of the great devotees in the past, properly using your body and mind. Don't neglect either the regulative devotional practices nor the remembrance of the Lord's pastimes. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. 4. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. 4. Always reject the company of the impious. Give up attraction to non-devotional songs. Leave the karmis and gyanis far away. Only associate with the devotees. Take pleasure in hearing the nectar descriptions of pure love for Krishna. Become flooded by the nectar of the narrations of the Lord's pastime in Braja. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Krishna Kumari Mataji wanted to read. I think she unmuted.
Putting the yogis, swamis, karmis, gnanis, demigods, worshippers, and meditators far away and rejecting the torments that are fruitive work, ordinarily religion, and the other yogis worship Lord Girdhari. Hare Krishna.
The struggle to travel to various holy pilgrimage places is simply the mind's mistake, because to make spiritual advancement, all one actually needs is the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. Abandoning pride and envy, and with firm faith in your heart, always worship Lord Govinda without deviation. Hare Krishna.
So Mataji, just a curious question. You're not going to go any more holy dham?
We will go as much as possible, but if not possible, then there is always, mentally we can always be in the dham.
No, but there is a key point given in this verse, because I know devotee loves, I used to love to go to holy dhams. What is the key point here?
May I say, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Very good. Yat tirtha buddhi salid and courage chij.
Yes.
Bhagavatam says that if you go to tirtha place but don't meet devotee there and listen to him, then it's no use. Yasyatma buddhi purapeti vidhati. Bhagavatam says. So I think that's the point here. Very good.
Yes, yes. Without sadhu sangha, that's just going to, we are follower of Prabhupada. So they announced that today we are going to go to Sheshashayi Vishnu in Vrindavan Parikrama during this Kartik. And Prabhupada narrates this. He said, I went there, and then the Maharaj said, also this evening there will be a Harikatha by our Guru Maharaj Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So Prabhupada made his mind. He said, he also expressed this for us. He said, what am I going to see in Holidham? I want to hear from the great Mahatma, this Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then he says, because I have a desire to hear from the sadhus, perhaps the people are interested to hear from me nowadays. Even Prabhupada confessed that I did not understand everything my Guru Maharaj said, but I had a strong desire to hear. So this is very important. Thank you, Bhakti Japa Sangha Group management, to making this hearing every day, non-stop. It's so important, so important. But majority people outsider, I saw in Bahulastami that thousands, 100,000 people comes to visit the Govardhan and Radhakund. But very rarely anybody comes to hear Harikatha. That is the big difference between Hare Krishna devotee, ISKCON devotee versus outside karmis, whether they are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, doesn't matter. So we give importance on hearing and applying the philosophy in our life. Thank you, Mother and Prabhus. Next.
Seeing the devotees of Lord Krishna associate with the devotees of Lord Krishna, faithfully engage in the mindful process of devotional service, which includes hearing about the Lord, chanting his glories, worshipping him, offering obeisances to him, and remembering him. Following these activities enlightens the devotees with spiritual knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I shall use these senses to serve the Lord Govinda, and I shall decline to worship the various demigods and demi-goddesses. I shall only speak about pure devotional service. The numberless different philosophies and conceptions of life are all products of the conditioned soul's pride. Trying to understand them brings no real benefit, but only pain within the mind. Hare Krishna.
Next.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. The insubordinate senses are like enemies that live within the body. Tell the ear to hear and it may rebel, refusing to hear. Tell the mind to understand a particular point or become firm in a certain way, and it may very well disobey. Hare Krishna.
Next.
Hare Krishna. I shall fight with lust, anger, bewilderment, greed, madness, envy, and pride. Defeating them, I'll become blissful at heart, and I'll easily become able to worship Lord Govinda. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Lust, I will engage in offering the fruits of my work to Lord Krishna. Anger, I'll direct toward the enemies of the devotees. Greed, I'll engage by being greedy to hear the topics of Lord Hari in the association of the saintly devotees. Bewilderment will be manifested because I cannot immediately attain my merciful Lord. Madness will be there when I madly glorify the transcendental attributes of Lord Shri Krishna. In this way, I will engage each of these in the service of Lord Shri Krishna.
Thank you. Next.
Hare Krishna. If lust is not controlled, then it becomes breeding ground for a host of vice and checks one's advancement on the path of devotional service. However, if one stays in the association of the saintly devotees, then that association will carry him beyond the influence of lust, anger, and their friends.
Very nice. Next.
Hare Krishna. I shall not become angry. I shall renounce anger. I shall become free from my 6 enemies, such as greed and bewilderment. I shall control my mind and always remember Lord Krishna Chandra.
Next. Next,
Hare
devotee.
Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. When last and his friends hear the word Govinda, they immediately begin to flee, as a herd of elephants flees when it hears a lion's roar. If one engages in single-pointed devotional service to Lord Krishna, then the worshipper attains transcendental bliss and all kinds of calamities flee from him. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Next.
Don't sin. Take no interest in profit, adoration, and distinction. Instead, meditate on the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. In this way, all sufferings will go far away, and transcendental bliss and pure love for Lord Krishna will spontaneously come. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and Pranam. 16. Give up the association of the impious non-devotees. Give up the tendency to find fault in others. Don't follow any spiritual path other than devotional service. Don't worship the demigods. If one takes to the worship of the demigods, he become deviated from the path of the devotional service. Dandavad Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Next.
Oh, brother, please become attached to your worshipable Lord alone. Serve him without deviation and sing the glories of his pastimes. I will now quote the words of Hanuman, who demonstrates this exclusive devotion to one worshipable deity. Hanuman said, although he is non-different from Lord Narayana, lotus-eyed Lord Rama alone is the be-all and end-all of my life.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Number 18. If one attain the planets of the demigods or pitas and enjoy essential happiness there, then I congratulate him, saying, well done, well done. However, I myself would never strive to attain such a thing. For myself, I am content simply to worship the divine couple and swim and float in the bliss of pure love of them. This pure love is the most valuable object in the three worlds. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Two more.
Although I have taken great trouble to try to enjoy the miserable sense gratification available in this world, I shall now give it up. I shall now reside in Raja, serve Lord Govinda, hear and chant the topics of Lord Krishna, chant the holy names of Lord Krishna, and at every moment relish the transcendental mellows of devotional service in the association of the residents of Raja. Hare Krishna.
I shall always aspire to serve the Lord, and great faith in the Lord will become manifested in my mind. In this way, I shall remain always fearless in all situations. Narottama Das says, somehow or other, I have accepted the role of a non-devotee. Oh, my master, oh, great soul, please never me.
Very good. Thank you, everyone. So with all your blessing and permission, we'll begin today's subject, Canto 6, Chapter 18, Text 47. Okay. So before we begin, we are praying to Lord Krishna to give his unconditional mercy, because I am not capable to fulfill the condition. I'll try my best, But my Lord, please purify my consciousness so I will be able to see you through these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam and develop a strong, respectful attitude towards all your devotees, all your living being, all your creation. Thank you. So please chant together 3 times, since it is a Zoom call. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraya. Nashtaprayesu abhadresu Nitam Bhagavato Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukhaṁ karati vācālam pangulangayate girim Jatkripatamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanya-ishvaram Paramanandam. So this is, I'm sure you all are familiar with this whole chapter. We are doing for many months, and this is a beautiful chapter. There's no question. So here, the husband, Kashyapa Muni, speaking to his wife, who has determination to take the sacrifice of a brata to conceive a child. So here the instruction, for a particular result, you need a particular rules regulation. So these are the rules regulation for her mano avista, what she wants, or she determined the husband to fulfill the desire. So this is where this section of Bhagavatam giving us very wonderful explanation. So I'm going to chant one time, and I would like to hear another 2 devotee can recite. One Prabhu, one Mataji will be good. Sri Kashyapa Uvacha. If I ask any one of you where you come from, where your genealogical or genealogy or dynasty, where you come from? Answer is Kashyapa Muni. We all are actually from him right now, not future, I don't know, but past we don't know, but right now all the living beings, they're all coming from Kashyapa Muni's dynasty. Sri Kashyapa Uvacha, Kashyapa Muni said, Na hingshayat, must not harm. Hingshayat. Bhuta Jatani, the living entities. So at least we will know when we are reciting this verse, what is that means we are reciting? What is that means? Because I don't know how many of you understand Sanskrit. I am not genius of Sanskrit or anything, but I know enough to grasp what I need to get by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So we're going to recite like this. Sri Kashyapa Uvacha Na hingsad bhuta jatani na sapena. Sapena, sap is abhishap. Shap means cursing. Because in English letter, you cannot see this, what as, because there is, in Sanskrit there is 3 shap. Dantasya, Talivasya, Mardanasya. There's 3 shas, but in English everything is SA. Sha. Na shapena nan ritam badet. Na chindayan naka romani na sprished jat amangalam. So mangalam is auspicious or pure. Amangalam means impure. So Kashyapa Muni here, at least when we are reciting the verse, we be little aware, then we take more benefit. Bhuto Jatani means the living being. No Shapet, must not curse. Shapet here means don't be envy, don't harm others. It's the same as no hingsha. It's a repeated. And that's why I think the Prabhupada's purport, the whole purport is all about envy. It's interesting because here is like a repeated. Sri Kashyapa Uvacha na hingsa bhuta jatani na sapena nan ritam vadit na chindan na karomani na spite jat amangalam. Okay. 2 more devotees, please recite.
श्रीकश्यप उवाच न हिंस्याद्भूतजातानि न शपेनानृतं वदेत् न चिन्त्या न खरोमानि न स्पृशेद्यदं मङ्गलम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Very good. One more.
Sri Kashyapa Uvacha Na hinsyaadbhut jatani na sapena nanrutam vade na chindyan na karomani na sprusyedya amangalam. Hari Om.
Okay, thank you. Translation. And purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kashyapa Muni said, my dear wife, to follow this vow, do not be violent or cause harm to anyone. Do not curse anyone. And do not speak lies. Do not cut your nails and hair. I mean, during that period of Brata. And do not touch impure things like skulls and bones. Now, if you think like this, if you think like why he's instructing like this, because in Tantra Shastra, these things are used for getting your manobhishta, what you're desiring to achieve, you need those paraphernalia. So he's forbidding. Now the purport. Kashyapa Muni's first instruction to his wife was not to be envious. The general tendency of anyone within the material world is to be envious. And therefore, to become a Krishna conscious person, one must curb this tendency, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Paramo Nirmat Saranam. A Krishna conscious person is always non-envious, whereas others are always envious. Thus, Kashyapa Muni's instruction that his wife is not to be envious indicates that this is the first stage of advancement in Krishna consciousness. So Kashyapa Muni desired to train his wife to be a Krishna conscious person. For this would suffice to protect both heart and Indra. Beautiful. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Genanjana Salakaya Chakshur unmilitam jena tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitamsha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpataru Vesha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, Prabhus and mothers, I was trying to make a small PPT. I mean, I did, but I didn't complete yet. But I have a question to all of you. Please help me. I need your help. I want to go to Golok Vrindavan. I mean, I want to serve Radha Krishna under Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru Parampara, under Srila Prabhupada's guidance. But what do I need to take and what I have to give up? Instead of giving me whole, even the song actually gave a big list of the things I have to give up. Can you give me one item that Prabhu, you must give up this and you must have to have this? One positive, one negative, that I will be guaranteed to go back home, back to God. Can someone help me?
One need to have unalloyed devotional services towards the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna Chandra Prabhuji.
Unalloyed devotional service to Radha Krishna Chandra. Okay, so that's a positive. Negative?
Giving up all the sense gratification activities.
You giving a whole bunch of lists. Wanted one thing.
Give up envy, Prabhuji. Give up envy.
Who said that? Mother Indulekha. Very good. This is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in Bhakta Loka. He writes, I was surprised. I mean, I knew years back I read that book in Bhakta Loka. If you don't have, you can read that book. It's for the householder. Like, for an example, sannyasi should not talk about making money for the temple. Even though it is spiritual, but sannyasi should not talk. They should engage a grihastha. But as a grihastha, between husband and wife, to make money, yes, you can talk. There's nothing wrong. because to maintain this Krishna's family, you need to think like this, but sannyasi should not. There's so many nice, fine print. So one thing it says, I'm just paraphrasing, that prema, love for the Lord, is the only prescription you have to take. And you keep taking the medicine and you keep on going till your last breath. And one prohibition is the envy, is the only prohibition. That's very interesting, isn't it? How many types of envy are there? Would somebody like to give me some idea? How many types of envy? Have you ever heard? Well, first of all, what is envy?
3 types of.
3 types of. Okay, go ahead. What are the 3 types?
You should forgive me. I'm giving just random answers. Sato envy, Rajo envy, and Tamo envy.
That's a good guess, but where is the reference?
In Bhagavad Gita, but I don't know the shloka. In purport somewhere I read, but it is very. If we contemplate, then only we'll get this.
You can have a quality in Sattvagun envy, but not envy are not 3 types. The quality is manifesting. It is like eyeglasses. I put on red glasses, Rajagun, I see. But seeing things, the envy, you can have a 3 types of glasses. But envy itself has a 2 types. But this is a very good guess though you have. Thank you. Yes, you see 3 ways. 2 types of envy from Prabhupada's own word. Because one lecture Prabhupada says, people are envious to the cows. I did mention this before. Can someone tell me? Okay, let me ask you this. Are you envy to cows or animals? How do you become envy? What does envy means? It is the only prohibition that we have to give up. We have no choice. We cannot progress in spiritual path or attain love of God unless we really understand what is envy and give up. It is not possible. And if you look at today's purport, is nothing but Prabhupada hammering that point, envy. Yes, doctor.
It is the feeling jealous over others' progress. That is envy.
That is true. That is true. If you have time, you can look at in Veda base, Prabhupada conversation with Siddha Swarup Prabhu. Siddha Swarup he was already Guru, Western devotee, not Western Vaishnava Guru. He was a Western leader kind of during Vietnam War. And he had many followers. A few of his followers here, where we are in Alachua. They are not anymore followers, they are Prabhupada's disciples, but they were actually with him before. And Prabhupada had a lot of respect and love for him. And he got initiated by Prabhupada, Siddha Swarup Prabhu. His disciple is that Mother Tulsi running for the Congress. You probably know Tulsi is also disciple. So Siddha Swarup Prabhu's and Prabhupada conversation. So Prabhupada says, yes, when you see someone has something, but in your mind, you cannot let that person have it. That is jealousy, envy. Okay, you have something, but I don't think you should have this. It should be mine. I should have this. So Prabhupada said, yes, rightful ownership. When someone has a rightful ownership, say you inherited $10 million from your parents' departure. Now I'm thinking, why am I working so hard? why she has 10 million. It should be mine, or she should share it with me. I'm also devotee. Like Ambarish Prabhu told me, some devotee wrote a letter before Prabhupada intervened, because he comes from a multi-millionaire family, and Ford family. He said, oh, I need to buy a house, my family, we are devotee, we join. So he was helping, but then Prabhupada said, this is not the purpose. You need to serve Krishna. They should work also for their family, not their material enjoyment should be given by another devotee. No. So yes, so that's correct. But then when you hear that Prabhupada said, people are envious to the cows, how you're envious to the cows?
Slaughtering and eating, Prabhu. Slaughtering them and eating, Prabhu. Some people eat and slaughter cows. They won't give food.
They are eating the cows, that's the envy?
They want to take care of the cows.
Drinking the milk that is meant for calf.
Drinking the milk
that is meant for calf.
For the calf is envy. Okay. Anybody else?
Prabhuji, the question is, the devotees are envy.
No. Prabhupada said people are envy. Whether people are devotee or non-devotee, I don't know. But Prabhupada said people are envious to cows. Now, cows eat grass, and I'm not looking for eating grass.
Cows are being protected by Krishna. Cows are being loved by Krishna.
Cows are being protected by Krishna. Okay. What does that means got to do envy?
We are jealousy of cow, right?
Cows are respected in India. I mean, it's a symbol of prestige and the wealthness of means. For a Varnashrama, they are the whole and soul. So I don't know. I mean, I think so.
Mother Jyoti, you are wonderful. You try your best always. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Shiv Kumar Prabhu, raised hand. Let's see.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. In line with Mataji's thoughts, Prabhu statements, is it because cows are being worshipped?
These are all good thought, Prabhu. What Mother Jyoti said is correct. What you are saying is also correct. But the definition of envy, and I know Prabhupada is not wrong, but we need to do little more digging. So I'm just testing.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Is it that people also have got the right to live, the jivas? Cow also is a living entity and it also has got the right to live. And we are not allowing the cows to live. Is there something relating to that, Prabhuji?
Mother Bosundara, you hit the target. Yes. End of the lecture, Prabhupada said that. But when I heard the beginning lecture, I was thinking like, what cow has that I'm envy? I'm not eating grass. I'm not looking for, something cow does. But at the end, he says, everybody has a right to live. It is the duty of the king to protect 5 living entities, 5 types at least. And one of them are the cows, animals. The children, elderly people, like these sick people. The king has a duty. So in that lecture, Prabhupada was saying that the people are envious to cows. And I was like, bewildered. Prabhupada knows English. He went to English medium school. I know he's correct. I could not understand until the end of the lecture. You are right, Mother Bosundara. Prabhupada said, everybody has a right to live, but people think they don't have a right to live, the cows. They kill and eat. I say, oh. So I put the envy, so far whatever lecture I heard, I don't remember every lecture, but more or less I was hearing the entire Prabhupada's lectures. They have in the Krishna.com. Those days I bought MP3, $64, all Prabhupada's lecture. Nowadays they have a radio. You can by it, all Prabhupada's lectures. So nice. So according to Prabhupada's lecture, Siddha Swarup Prabhu's and different lecture, there are two types of enviousness. One type is called white envy. This is what in the BIHE they found that actually is true. White envy means in your mind, you don't allow other people to have better things or whatever they inherited, even though they have a rightful ownership. The black envy means hostility to others. Maybe you all are such a nice devotee, you may not know. Even in the devotee community, if somebody is becoming advancing and I'm not advancing, I may not feel comfortable. Means little envious is there. So Prabhupada said that everybody has a right to live and everybody has a right to progress. But if I don't help, if I only selfishly looking for my achievement, not for other, not encouraging other, I'm also envious. Scary. If you look at all these pastimes, Amogh's enviousness to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Durjodhan's to Pandavas, Daksha's envy to Shiva, Kangsha's enviousness to Krishna or Brajabashis, Suruchi to Dhruva Maharaj, Shishupal to Krishna. So many examples. Bhagavatam is filled with this. Now you wonder why Prabhupada gave little warning. Okay, let me ask you another question. Is there envy in ISKCON? Is there envious people can be in ISKCON? Come on, Prabhus and mothers, I'm not asking something FRCS or PhD question, just a simple. Or maybe you never thought about it.
Hare Krishna, like you said, Prabhuji, like if we are envious of other devotees' advancement spiritually, so that
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Wherever, if there is no service attitude, the opposite is envy.
Very interesting. If there is no service attitude, opposite is envy.
Servant of the servant. If we don't feel like we are servant of the servant, then...
Can you see my slide?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. First of all, envy, the word you will find in Bhagavatam, mostly, Matsarja, Matsarata, the famous verse in Bhagavatam, the second verse, and it talks about Nirmat Saranam Satam. What is Matsarja means? Look at the verbal root, Sanskrit means Matsa. Matsa means fish, fishiness. Fishiness, envy, fishiness means in the aquatic world, all the big fish eat the small fish. Why? Because they think the small fish will grow big and will attack me. I better eat it now. That's why it's the most deadly danger in spiritual path. You cannot enter in Golok Vrindavan. Even other anarthas, other can be, if you are liberal, and if you are intelligent, Mahaprabhu says, Udar Mahati Sarvattama Buddhi Nana Kaje Bhaje Pai Bhukti Siddhi. Those verses are really guaranteeing one thing you cannot take with you is envy. Today's verse talks about this, very nice. Kama seva kamarpane, krudo bhakta deshi jane, loba sadhu sangha hari katha. So I hope you remember the translation today we discussed. So I'm going to go. Okay, this is the origin of envy. Where material world comes from? It's come from a rectum of universal form. Now, origin of the soul, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes. Origin in that conception, he writes very interesting. He says, the moment you misuse your free will, turn away from other side, spiritual side to material, whether you know or not, that's not the question. But you did misuse my free will. Like if I touch fire, and if you say, why did you touch fire? Oh, I don't know. I just touched it. It doesn't matter. I'll still suffer. So we did misuse our free will. Whether, where you did, when you did, that's not the question. Then we got allured attraction of the material world. And because we gave up the devotional service, apathy to devotional service is the root cause of impersonalism. I mentioned this before. Root cause of your loneliness and root cause of your envy. Why envy? Because you want to be happy. And material world, you cannot maintain your happiness for 24 hours a day. Maybe 1 hour, 5 minutes, 2 minutes here, there, and you're struggling just to keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, and you fail. Then you come to a point frustrated, and then you think like, I want to beat the system. You want to escape from this existence by going to impersonal idea, or you just hate. And ultimately you hate. Even Siddhaswara Prabhu told to Prabhupada, so if God has sanctioned somebody to have something, and if I don't like that, why that person has this, am I really envy to that person or who sanctioned it? Prabhupada said, that is correct understanding. We are not envy to other people. We are envy to Krishna who sanctioned this. Our root cause, enviousness towards Krishna, has to be rooted out. In ISKCON, can someone help me to read this, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam.
Dhanavad.
Neglect envy ISKCON Vaishnavas.
This is in Madhya Lila,
Madhya Lila.
1.2. Yeah, in case if you wonder like where he got it from. Go ahead.
Madhya Lila 1.218. There are many jealous people in the dress of Vaishnavas in this Krishna consciousness movement, and they should be completely neglected. There is no need to serve a jealous person who is in the dress of a Vaishnava. Those who are jealous and envious, they are within the material world, and those who are not jealous, they are in the spiritual world.
Very good. Thank you. So we can check myself whether I'm in the material world or spiritual world, according to Prabhupada's own comment, that if I have a enviousness, that means I'm in the material world. And if I don't have enviousness, I am in the spiritual world. Spiritual world is a level of consciousness. It's not a physical location in the geographical or global map. Now, this is a famous verse. Would somebody like to read? This is a beautiful verse. I'm sure you all are familiar.
Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyamanasuyave jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase shubhat. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence." Hare Krishna.
So then question comes, if I'm not serious, I see the impetus to spiritually growth is not there because I am envious. But Prabhu, I thought it's the faith. Faith and envy are synonyms. In a sense, proportion to non-envy, faith is increasing. You know the third verse. This is the first chapter. Third verse, Krishna says, I didn't put it in the slide. You all know. Asraddha dhana purusha dharma sasya parantapa aprakpamam nipartante mrityu samsara bhatmani. You don't have a faith, so you are in the material world. Here in this verse, Krishna says, because you are non-envious, I will reveal the confidential knowledge. So more we progress in spiritual path means faith is increasing, enviousness is going down. It's as simple as this. We can measure it. I cannot measure you cannot measure mine, but we can detect, and testing machine is within us, we can detect ourselves. Whether I'm envious, whether it's a black envy or white envy, doesn't matter. Both are deadly danger. So this is very important. This verse, if you really break down when you have time, you look at it. Krishna says, Guhyatamam several times in Bhagavad Gita. But here, Guhya, Guhyatara, Guhyatama, and Guhyatamam. So here Krishna is saying that confidential, most confidential, then most confidentials. So here Krishna is going to reveal the most confidential, and only qualification Arjuna, Krishna didn't say you are humble, you are submissive, or those are very important also. But Krishna says, because you are non-envious. As clear as this. So this is very important. And then Krishna says, Prabhakshami, Arjuna, because you are non-envious, I will speak to you. Would you like to speak, Krishna? Prabhus and mothers, ask yourself, would you like to have a conversation with Krishna? Like Prabhupada was putting on his shoes and coming out and he's smiling, and the devotees outside in Los Angeles, they're saying, Prabhupada, you look so effulgent, you're so happy, what's going on? Prabhupada said, I had a nice conversation with the Lord. Wow. That was very nice, fascinating, because Prabhupada spent 1973, he spent quite a bit in Los Angeles. Krishna told Prabhupada, you have to go back to Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, I want you to have spend some time in nice temple. Prabhupada said, I don't have anything right now there, my Lord. I'm trying to fulfill the desire of your great devotee, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I'm just paraphrasing Prabhupada's conversation with Krishna. And then Krishna says, but you need to go to Vrindavan. You have done here. He said, no, I'm just fulfilling his desire. He told me to preach to the English media audience, so I'm trying my best. So that's all. It was very nice. Yes, when we are not envious, Krishna will speak. Krishna will communicate through your heart. Who would not like? Everybody would like. Communication with Krishna means you don't need communication with the world or anything or anyone. Everything is complete. It's so nice. So devotion, Prabhus and mothers, my takeaway from this verse, devotion, bhakti, and envy are opposite emotion. To do devotion, we have to really pay attention. That devotion and envy are opposite emotion. Devotion means we rejoice in Sri Krishna's glory. And envy means we burns because of Krishna's glory. when other devotees are flourishing, am I happy to hear it? President of the temple glorifying a devotee, one devotee did so many services, this, for this wonderful festival, Janmashtami coming, prepare this, or this Prabhu, or this Mataji did this. Am I happy to hear it? Or am I thinking, don't mention my name. I heard all these names. I'm not even paying attention that they did such a wonderful service. That's a sign of envy. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be great. Why is Krishna so great? What is Kamsa's problem? Kamsa told to Uddhava and Akrura, they are with his entourage, minister. They are devotee, great devotee, but they are staying there only for one reason, that Krishna will appear in Mathura. They have a strong faith, and this is Mathura. Krishna will appear. They want to see Krishna. So they tolerate Kamsa's atrocity, whatever, abusing to the Vedic culture, so many things. But then Kamsa said, hey, why you think Nanda Maharaja's son is God? He just killed a little water Marcus. You know water Marcus? I killed also water Marcus. Anybody can kill. They are like a small snake. Kalia is such a giant snake, and Kamsa calls this water Marcus. Then he says, he picked up a pebble. Govardhan is 28 miles. Parikrama. Original Govardhan Parikrama was 28 miles according to Purana. And he called this 28-mile mountain a little pebble. Why Kamsa did this? It's a mentality of envious. Rupa Goswami Pada explained this. Kamsa will not, even you do big things, some devotee will not, or some people will not appreciate because they are envious. Or in my heart, maybe some of you do great service, but I cannot amplify that. I cannot magnify that. Why? Because I am envious to you. It's ultimately going, why Krishna is great? Why this devotee is great? Because Krishna is making them great. These two are opposition. The prema and hingsa, or envy and love, are just opposite. When we are in competition with Sri Krishna, instead of being in devotion, then the more we hear Sri Krishna's glory, more we feel, no, I wanted to be like that. He's enjoying so much. So if one is envy in hearing about Krishna, if such people hear more of his glory, then their envy will increase more and more. That is the reason Krishna does not reveal glory to the envious. Everybody is familiar in this audience about the 9th offense. What is the 9th offense? Can someone tell me, please?
Not to say the glories of Krishna to the unfaithful people.
Yes, very good, very good. Thank you. Okay, with the time, okay, this was the verse. Dharma prajita kaita bhatra paramo nirmat saranam satam veddam vastavamatra vastu shivadam trapatrayanun milanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimma Paresharaha Saddhauridi Abaruddhate Trakriti Vishusvis Tatskana. This is a beautiful verse. And this verse is a 9 key point. First point is dharma, religiosity. Prajita, completely rejected. Kaitava, because this world, so-called dharma, artha, kama, moksha, these are cheating religion. Bhagavatam reject that completely. Why? Because our purpose is different. Our purpose is not Jarananda, material enjoyment or bodily enjoyment or mental enjoyment. Our purpose is Krishna Priti, pleasing Krishna, and I will be completely drowned into ecstasy. That's why it is rejected, all other concept but love of Godhead. Second is Bhagavad Puran, profound, the highest truth, Paramo. Why it is highest truth? Because soul, it pleases Krishna, it pleases the hearer, pleases the chanter, pleases the audience, everybody get benefits. And they will be eternally happy if they can awaken love. The third key point I find in this verse, Nirmat Saranam. On the first line, you can see Nirmat Saranam Satam. The devotee are Nirmat Sara. Those who are non-envious, they will taste this Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita or whatever you are relishing. Now, ask yourself, Prabhu's and Mother, if you say, I'm not relishing this, that means enviousness are there. Okay, I won't go all these 9 points, it will take a long time. And this is what we discussed other day. This chapter, right now we are in the middle, where Indokar did this 7 embryo. Now, you can understand the power of bhakti that purifies the envies. So nice. And this is the today's verse. Now, where are you? And then I'll say why I put this on there. Can someone read this, please?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Bhagavatam 8.2.13. Our Krishna consciousness movement has actually declared war against the illusionary energy in which all the living entities are rotting in a false understanding of civilization. The soldiers in this Krishna consciousness movement must always possess physical strength, enthusiasm, and sensual power. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. And next 2 verses, we don't have a time, but demigods are envious to all of you when you are practicing Krishna consciousness. And these are the evidence. Even to a sannyasi. Can someone read just the translation, if possible, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 18th chapter, verse number 14. Translation. This man taking sannyasa is going to surpass us and go back home, back to Godhead. Thus, thinking, the demigods create stumbling blocks on the path of the sannyasi by appearing before him in the shape of his former wife or other woman and attractive objects. But the sannyasis should pay the demigods and their manifestation no heed.
Very good. Now you may say, well, I'm not taking sannyas, it's only for the sannyas. No, this verse is for everybody. But just to give you a little warning that be very careful. Now I have a question. What is worse, criticizing devotees or enviousness? Which is worse out of these 2?
Yes.
I could not hear.
Envious, Prabhuji.
Being envious is more worst than being criticism, because criticism can be, if the senior devotee is taken into consideration our fault thinkings, and then it can be resolved with some affection and everything. But envious is like deep.
Okay, Mother, since you are giving that, can you read the translation here?
Prabhuji, I'll try. It is 100 times more sinful to blaspheme a Vaishnava than to be envious of ordinary living entities. Lord Vishnu is situated in the heart of every human being, and although Vaishnavas appear to be ordinary human beings, they are always situated as Vaishnavas due to their inclination towards the service to Lord Vishnu residing in their hearts. Ordinary human beings are bereft of the service of Vishnu and are situated in the modes of passion and ignorance, whereas Vaishnavas are fully situated with the modes of goodness and are constantly engaged in the service of Vishnu. So, if one carefully considers the differences that exist between them, then it is understood that by envying a Vaishnava engaged in the service of Vishnu, one incurs 100 times more sins or offenses than by envying an ordinary living entities. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Is that make a different answer? Means criticizing Vaishnava is worse than envious to the other living being. It's scary. I mean, there are a lot of references. I just didn't have time to. This is one of the 6 weeds that destroy bhakti, and one of them is jiva hingsha, killing any living entity, envy towards other living entity. It is also include not preaching Krishna consciousness to other. Oh, so we have to share. Now I'll get out of this because you all will get scared. My God, Prabhu is making us fearful of this enviousness. Can someone read this, please? Let's come to this.
Radharani and gopis, they are on the same status. But the gopis know that Radharani is a better worshipper than us. Therefore, their only business is how to take Radharani and join with Krishna. This is Vaikuntha understanding. They are not envious that Krishna loves Radharani so much. Delhi, November 4, 1973. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. So the Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives, there is a 3-way you can get out of the enviousness. In case if you face a dilemma, how to, some criticism going on, or some, I don't want to criticize anybody. Well, yes, you should not. But if there is a circumstances where you cannot escape because it's related to you, or it's a best friend, or your children's friend, whatever, some way you will be facing. So he says 3 ways you can face it without committing offense or becoming envy. One of them, you look at it, I'll just give it summary in a way that you look at it in a way that, okay, this is dangerous. I don't want to see that devotee suffer or that person suffer. So you go and speak to that devotee and hear that. In that criticism, hearing, there is nothing wrong. Because your compassionate nature to purify that devotee is all right. Second is, if you have a children or students, you want to scare them the danger of envy or criticism, then you can also depict that past time what happened. You know, that devotee, this happened. This is so dangerous. It can happen to any one of you. So be very careful. And then you will go away from bhakti. And third, if you are scared, you want to pray to Krishna, you can actually pray to Krishna. Say, my Lord, this can happen. Today, this happened. I'm just so scared. So in that way. So solution, there's a 4 solution. One is, you can read it here, tolerating the urges, tolerating the dualities, tolerating the property of others, tolerating the opinion of others. These are very shortcut. Vega Sahisnu, that nectar of instruction, first verse. Danda Sahisnu, Paramata Sahisnu, and Parautkrishna Sahisnu. These are requires. Example, Haridas Thakur, he did it. When prostitute came, he was fixed. He was not bothered by it. Maya Devi came, he was fixed on the bhakti. Snake was in his cave. He was not afraid or anything. He said, hey, snake, people are not coming to hear Harikatha because you are here and they can smell your body and they are afraid. So either you leave or I leave. The snake actually came out of the cave and gone, never found again. Kazi's objection, who was threatening Haridas Thakur, beaten in 22 market, thrown in jail, Jagannath heart searching hits, sickness, Lord's own permission, he left this world. If you look at all this entire Haridas Thakur's life, is a perfect example how he tolerated and never was envy to anyone. So here is the conclusion. Can someone please read this?
Yeah. Oh, dear devotees, be non-envious and release the Paramananda Sevananda. O readers, no enviousness alone is liberation, and enviousness is entanglement. Thus, in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 9.361, it says, Chaitanya Charana Suna Shraddha Bhakti Kare Matsarya Chade Mukhe Bala Hari Hari. Endowed with full faith and devotion, listen to the life work of Sri Chaitanya. Cast aside envy and let your mouth sing Hari Hari from Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
Thank you. Okay. With saying this, now, some of you may say, okay, I don't want to be envious anymore. I really don't want to be envious in life. Can I? Yes, you can. If you answer this question, say yes. Well, if you ask me the question, can I be completely non-envious? My answer is yes, you can. But you have to change. Because when devotee looks at challenges, obstacle to advancement in Krishna consciousness, they sometimes doubt whether they will ever be able to overcome. So Prabhus and mothers, you know what I do sometimes, not that many counseling, but I do a lot of counseling. But I always ask, can you list one, number one, I am envious because on this instant I did this. 2, I am maybe jealous for this. Number 3, I am proud for this. Make a list first. Will you do this? You can get out. But most of the time, we don't do this. Really, I can change? Yes, you can. And if you make the list, it's easy to become discouraged and feel, oh, it may not be worth of doing it. I don't know if we can really overcome all the obstacles. I don't know if it will really work with me. Yes, you can be depressed too. It's up to your choice. Can you change? Yes, you can change. I have seen. And research confirms. In my own life, I see. I had some bad habit disappear because I wanted, and I wrote it down. What is the bad things really bothering? Prabhus and mothers, change can occur. Even a person is convinced just by saying cannot change. It simply requires that impetus to change is strong enough. A Kormi friend, I was into jewelry business before, a Kormi friend, my goldsmith, he got out of his alcohol. Now he's chanting Hare Krishna, Western body. Very nice man, really intermister. If you really have a strong determination and you have a good tips you follow, you can change. You have the choice. So rather than say, I cannot overcome this obstacle, Prabhu, I cannot do this or that, it is generally more accurately to say, if you don't mind, please, Prabhus and Mother, forgive me. You choose not to do it. Now, don't feel attacked, but I'm being honest to you. I did not do only with one devotee. I have done with many devotees I challenge. He said, it's very hard. It's like, I can't just do any extra. I said, you choose not to do it. You really have a eagerness to go back home in this life, end of this life. You want to, it's up to you. You want to make Krishna consciousness as a good foundation to have a good life while in the material world, or you want to make this life is your last life to go back home. It's up to you. You can do either one. But if you really say, I'm tired of this material world, I don't want to take birth and again hard struggle. I want to have eternal life with the Lord, happy, joyful, forever. Then you have to make a strong choice. Negatively, you have to say no to Maya, whatever proposition comes, because you choose to. Or you can put it another way. Maya is choosing for me. I am not saying anything. I have to just say no to Maya. Now, Prabhus and Mothers, if you say, do I really have to make a choice? Or not choosing is also another choice. I hope you know that. And if you have a good mentor, really good mentor, who, 3 reasons you can choose that person. He or she cares for your spiritual advancement, really wants to see that you achieve the goal. First qualification, Shasnigdha, who has that affection for you. And who actually will give some time to uplift your consciousness. And who actually thriving in spiritual path, self-exemplary, your best mentor. You can get out of envy forever while you are in this material world. Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari. Okay, and here I have a few minutes if there is some reflection or some.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Thank you so much. Dear devotees, if you have any, I can see one hand raised from Jyoti Mataji. Please go ahead, Jyoti Mataji.
Can I request like some reflection, like what you think you got from this class? I really would love to have it, because reflection means you're going to apply that. If you don't have a reflection, it's a choice you make not to apply it. Okay, Mother Jyoti.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is, if envy and faith are in proportion, then what about the attachment, lust, greed, and the other remaining 6? Because I think we focus a lot on the other attachment or lust. We say that, okay, attachment is very strong. So because we don't tend to be, envy is like we come across when something strong situation we face, even though it is a deep rooted, it is a cause that we are here, but we don't, I don't realize, but I know that I'm very envious of Krishna. That's the reason I'm here. I'm trying to understand, but in practicality or in my understanding or in my behavior, it doesn't reflect at all. So how you will teach on this? I mean, how you will enlighten this point or the question? This is my question.
Thank you. You always have thoughtful questions. Well, first of all, attachment is eternal. Affection is eternal. We are not against attachment or affection. We are shifting the attachment from one to another. We are not against attachment. Attachment is eternal. You cannot be without attachment. We shift the attachment. But envy is a non-devotional elements. Now it has also, envy is a, hate, resentment is a very powerful emotion. When you think of Bhishmadev, I'm sure you all heard it. Bhishmadev said he had two things. Even though he was against the devotee, you can say against the Pandava, he was with the Kauravas. He was against Krishna's party. I mean, how much can we oppose? But he said he never had a resentment against Krishna. Now he had a duty, you can say, to the Kauravas that he took a vow and he wants to see the success are always there. So many reasons you can say he has an external reason, internal reason. But two things was most prominent. He said, because I maintain these two things, now I'm about to leave this world. Look at the Lord appeared in front of me. And Bhishmadev started crying on this bed of arrows, Sarasajja. He said, I never maintained resentment against Krishna. One. Second, I always see Krishna is the cause of all my challenges and problems. And he is the cure of that challenge and problem. Because everything sanctioned by Krishna. Why Krishna sanctioned this? Don't challenge. See why Krishna challenged this. Maybe it wants to change the situation there. Maybe it wants to change me. Or maybe it wants to change the other person that I care a lot. But there is a purpose why Krishna sanctioned things. It may not be pleasant, I'm not saying. I mean, in my life, I see that something happened, like I could have been angry and go away from ISKCON. But by Krishna's grace, I started to see Krishna's hand behind it. Now I feel happy that it actually went like that, because I would never go deeper within me to actually correct myself. So yes, attachment, those things are important, but not as important as envy. If we can withdraw our enviousness, then attachment will just able to shift it. Now, was Bhishmadev attachment to Krishna or not Krishna? His attachment was Krishna. And he's favorable. Wait a minute. He is fighting against Pandavas. But he was favorable because he saw Krishna as a cure of all his problems. Wow. Cure for all his problems, even though he's fighting against Krishna. He was shooting arrow. There's a painting I saw in Google's even. Somebody painted. The blood is coming out from Lord's body. Of course, this is a Leela, but still. So was he envious? No, he was never envious to Krishna. That is required. Fine print has to be there. I hope it gives you some idea, Mother Jyoti.
Yes, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji, it's not, the takeaway from today's class is I'll try to be honest to myself.
That's nice.
I don't say that
very nice. Yeah,
I will be angry or not. I don't know. If I know, I'll try to correct it, but I'll be honest at the end of the day.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Let's see, we have a few hands.
Yes, Prabhu, there are more hand raises. Sivakumar Prabhuji, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for today's class. Prabhu, one reflection, one takeaway I wanted to share, Prabhu. The takeaway is the envy's definition, sort of definition that was shared in today's class, that every living entity has the right to live. And I just realized that the envy is the very thought of I judging what someone else deserves or not deserves, versus what they kind of deserve is from Krishna. So I kind of take that definition as a takeaway, Prabhu. And one
very nice. That's very nice, Prabhu. That's Prabhupada said. I didn't say that. I'm just repeating. Prabhupada said. You can find in Bhagavad. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. We hear from you, Prabhu. So yeah, Prabhupada said. So Prabhu, one reflection that I kind of wanted to share, Prabhu.
Yes.
When I kind of share Krishna Bhakti with close family or their relatives or friends and other circle or neighbors, I notice that I have an envy of not their material opulence, but seemingly their outward peaceful life, Prabhu. Because I am going through struggles in Krishna Bhakti, I notice that I have envy that they are at least outwardly materially peaceful life. And my preaching or sharing went overboard because of that envy is something that I noticed, Prabhu. So that's something that I wanted to share and maybe hear your comments and thoughts on that.
This is a very nice, Prabhu. But when someone is in deep sleep or dreaming, their actually suffering is not realistic to cure. But when somebody is awake, it's you. The devotees are waking. They are not in slumber or sleep or deep dream. You know, Prabhupada said the whole material existence is like a dream, and he gives 3 types of dream. And it's very accommodating your question, because according to that because you are waking, Prabhu, so you will face that peace. What they see the peace is not with you, because you are shooting for to get out of this jungle, get out of this problem, get out of the material existence. So you must face it. That means you are advancing. This is very nice. It's a good news you have given, Prabhu, that you are advancing in that sense, and it's very nice. And those who are in a deep sleep, or, you know, like Buddhism is nothing but a deep sleep. There are billions of people follows this path. Billions, I'm talking about. And if you see some of the monks, they're like peaceful. But guess what? When they leave this body, they go to a place where no response, no consciousness, everything is like covered. They are eternal, but it will be so covered, it's like they have no connection. Is that what you want? Unconscious happiness? No, we want conscious happiness. We want to experience that happiness. But they don't want to experience that happiness. Prabhu, did you ever have a deep sleep? I'm sure you did. Everybody. Yes, when you come out of the deep sleep, you say, I feel very good. I had a good sleep. Hare Baba, how do you know you existed or not? You had a good sleep or not? How do you know? Only after you awaken or wake up from that, you express that. But during the sleep, you have no idea. And this is what they want to go. Do we want to go there? No. We don't. We want to stay alive, eternally, conscious. We want to go to conscious happiness. So we are trying to get rid of the matter. Matter means the mental problem, physical problem. So it is good. Take it gladly, Prabhu. And I'm congratulating your journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We have more hand raises, but the time is over, Prabhu. Can we, with your permission, can we end the call, Prabhu?
Sure.
Yes.
And Mother Anjana Gopika, she has my WhatsApp number. You can text me, Mother. And Thakur is Mataji or Prabhuji, whoever. You can text me also if you want to.
Yes.
My number is 352-221-0041. You can WhatsApp.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
For the enlightening class today. We are very grateful to you and we look forward for your association again in the future, Prabhu. Let us pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha pasatubhya eva cha
Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
namo namaha.
Srila
Hare
Prabhupada
Radha
ki
Jai.
Jai.
Prabhupada ki Jai.
Ki Jai.
Pran Govind Prabhuji ki Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Hare
for the
Krishna.
wonderful
Thank
class.
you
Hare
everyone for
Krishna.
joining.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Radhe
We will
Radhe.
closing the call, dear devotees.
Gauranga,
Hare
Gauranga,
Krishna.
Gauranga.
Gauranga.